Good evening. Welcome to the Yorktown Central School District Board of Education meeting for November 5th, 2018. Can I have a motion to go into executive session for the matters pertaining to the employment history of a particular individual and contractual negotiations?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Can I have a motion to go back into public session?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Thank you. Good evening. Welcome to the Yorktown Central School District Board of Education meeting for November 5th, 2018. Could we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Chloe and Ethan, and then remain standing for a moment of silence for our armed forces and those in our community who have lost loved ones, especially the grandmother of Victor Branciforte.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you for welcoming us to your house, Dr. Roberts. We have Crampons. We're here at Crampons tonight, and I think they have good news for us, right?
Absolutely. As part of the board's effort to visit each of the schools during their meetings, we're here tonight from Crampons. So for those watching at home, if you see the background looks a little different than what you've grown accustomed to, we're here at Crampons. We are joined by some wonderful Crampons students, so faculty and staff of Crampons. I just want to take a moment to acknowledge the faculty and staff of Crampons. So if you're here, if you can just wave and say hello. Welcome. And we have our students here, and they're going to be talking to us about a wonderful tradition that's begun at Crampons with regard to their Farm Fest. Their presentation this evening is titled "Planting the Seed of Sustainability." And this event actually had me line dancing doing the Cotton Eye Joe with our students, so it's something I won't do tonight, but they're all witnesses to my attempt, my very poor attempt to do the Cotton Eye Joe. So without further ado, I'd like to turn the program over to Dr. Roberts, who will introduce this evening's presentation.
Good evening, everyone. And Dr. Hatter, we may have to challenge you on that statement. We'll see. I don't know. It may happen. Good evening, Dr. Hatter, Mrs. O'Shea, Mr. Cole, Mrs. Carbone, Mr. Magnani, and Board of Education trustees. We are honored to be sharing Crampons School's good news with all of you this evening. As we've stated in the past, our goals are to highlight how our work is continually focused on the Board of Education goals as outlined in Dr. Hatter's 2020 vision for 2020. Our work centers on cultivating empathy, celebrating creativity and innovation, promoting critical thinking and authentic inquiry, and providing opportunities to nurture one's ambitions in pursuit of developing students who have the capacity to influence change in the world. As a national district of character, our work has always been focused on explicitly teaching and modeling how to cultivate empathy for our students, for our families, and our staff. We are more cognizant of how empathy supports all aspects of teaching and learning, most specifically with our work with eSTEAM. Our school community is invested in the principles of eSTEAM and the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, as they promote a platform for our students to think deeply and critically about world problems while embracing, valuing, and honoring the thinking of others, which supports why we are a national district of character. This work is ongoing and deeply rooted into the fiber of who we are and what you all model for us each day, so thank you. The work to be presented this evening, as Dr. Hatter shared, is entitled Crampons Planting the Seeds of Sustainability. On October 18th, we celebrated our 4th annual Farm Fest on the grounds of Crampons School, which possesses an outdoor edible garden, an outdoor classroom, a pollination garden, Brenda's Arbor, sustainable garden, and our newest addition of another outdoor learning environment located at the entrance of Crampons School. Our learning community embraces the philosophy that each one, and we stress one, of us has a responsibility to care for, nurture, and love our environment. At our annual Farm Fest, we collaborated with community members to discover how they are working to sustain our world and to instill their love of our environment to our students and our staff. This evening, our children and staff will share how they are focused on planting the seeds of leadership, planting the seeds of knowledge, planting the seeds of growth, planting the seeds of change, planting the seeds of empathy, and planting the seeds for a healthy lifestyle. Hint, hint. To remind ourselves of the power of one, I shared the following poem entitled One, authored by Shawnee Kelly, with our staff at our opening staff meeting in August, and also to our parents as well. And I'd like to share that with you because the key word is one for all of us. One word can spark a moment. One flower can wake the dream. One tree can start a forest. One bird can herald spring. One smile can bring a friendship. One hand clasp can lift a soul. One star can guide a ship at sea. One cheer can obtain a goal. One vote can change a nation. One sunbeam can lift a room. One candle wipes out darkness. One laugh will conquer gloom. One look can change two lives. One kiss can make love bloom. One step must start each journey. One word must start each prayer. One hope can raise our spirits. One touch can show you care. One voice can speak with wisdom. One heart can know what's true. One life can make a difference. One life is me and you. We proudly present at this time the classes of Mrs. Burns, Miss Bako, and Mrs. Floor.
Hi, my name is Ethan Paterno, and I have something to say about the Farm Fest. Farm Fest was such an exciting day for Crampons. We learned a lot and made great memories. After being a part of the Farm Fest, here are the seeds that have been planted in the students of Crampons.
Hi, my name is Chloe. Last year, the students of Crampons worked with Yorktown High School student Christina Ruvo to create our peace poles. These poles represent the UN Sustainable Goals. When we are out at the garden, our peace poles are a reminder to make healthy, peaceful choices that impact not only our school community, but the world.
Hi, my name is Ava. On the day of Farm Fest, we learned that Christina Ruvo had the original idea about the Peace Bowls. She did this as a part of her Girl Scout Gold Award project. She was a former student who really cared about the Crampons garden. Now, many years later, she has helped add something meaningful and lasting to the garden for all Crampons students to learn from. It takes a lot of determination to do what Christina did. We can all learn from her example.
Hi, my name's Olivia. During Farm Fest, every class rotated through 5 different stations. One station our class visited was about the importance of saving the honeybees. Did you know that honeybees have been around for 20 million years? I also learned that it takes 1 bee, 1 million flowers to make a pound of honey. That's a lot of flowers. That's why it's so important to help protect these pollinators. A third of our food depends on the honeybees. A world without bees would be devastating for our food production.
Hi, I'm Ryan. At the last station, we learned about compost. To make compost, you need leftover foods such as eggshells, banana peels, carrots, celery, etc. You also need cardboard or lint from your washing machine. Then you add worms. You add worms because they are decomposers. The worms will decompose the food and material to make a good soil for your garden. Then we went back into school because Farm Fest was over. That is what we did at Farm Fest.
Hi, my name is Ansley from Miss Burns' class. Students at Crampons planted carrot seeds in the spring.
These seeds sprouted into a variety of carrots. Did you know that carrots come in different colors? When we harvested these carrots in the fall, we expected to see orange carrots. But when we pulled them from the garden beds, it was such a surprise to see what color would be pulled next. Many carrots were white. We enjoyed these carrots in our classroom and then again on Farm Fest. On Carrot Day, we saw how the garden can benefit all of Crampons. We enjoyed a delicious soup made by Misty Pole and Miss Tolosi.
In 2010, Congress declared October National Farm to School Month, recognizing the important role farm to school plays in promoting student wellness among children and strengthening local economies. Farm to school activities enhance classroom education through hands-on learning related to food, health, agriculture, and nutrition. When schools offer school gardens, 44% of students eat more fruits and vegetables. When schools serve local foods, 33% of students eat more fruits and vegetables. When students participate in hands-on, food-based activities, students triple their amount of fruit and vegetable consumption, and we see improvement in nutrition habits, environmental awareness, and health-related knowledge. When students garden at a young age, there is an increase in willingness to try new foods and healthier options. Research has also shown enhanced overall academic achievement, including grades and test scores, an increase in opportunities for physical activity and social and emotional growth, as well as increase in social engagement. Farm to School benefits everyone, from students, teachers, and administrators to parents and farmers, providing opportunities to build family and community engagement. Crampons' Lettuce Bloom Garden continues to play an important and integral part to the students' learning and overall wellness.
Hi, my name is Ava. In our class, we are learning about the United Nations Sustainable Goals. We got to pick one of the goals and create a scratch project about that goal. We learned about goal number 2, zero hunger. In doing research, we learned that a lot of food is wasted that could be feeding hungry people. Food waste is a global problem. The United Nations goals focus on world problems we should all know about so we can find solutions.
Hi, I'm Jillian. Goal number 2, zero hunger, is a very important goal. We learned that over 1/3 of all food produced globally is wasted. This leads to other problems like an increase in fossil fuels being used, which then leads to climate change. Did you know that there are over 1 billion hungry people in the world? Those billion people could simply stop being hungry if they were able to have access to 1/4 of the food wasted in the US, the United Kingdom, and Europe. Our scratch projects contain some of the facts about food waste.
My name is Stella. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. By doing our scratch projects and drawing pictures that illustrate the problems represented by the sustainable goals, we are learning about the causes and possible solutions to these challenging situations. Here are some pictures we did to illustrate sustainability and farm fest.
One in 6, a statistic you hear, applies to those in America with no food to share. What causes the problem? The reasons are many. From no job, no paycheck, there just aren't enough pennies to put food on the table and feed hungry people.
Hi, I'm Phoebe. If we all did small acts to help those in need, from planting and growing, we'd be sowing the seeds of kindness and love for all humans to see. Perhaps we could start a harvest of caring, focusing on the words the peace poles are wearing, and those who have not joined in yet would be moved to start sharing. Our small acts of caring that begin at our school will someday reach out to a much bigger world. We are learning the lessons of generosity and peace so we can be those who helped others in need.
Good evening, everyone. Through activities such as Farm Fest, the Peace Bowl Project, and the Lettuce Bloom Garden, students and staff work together to create positive change in our school community. Tonight has highlighted how these actions are really the planting of seeds of positive change. Just as seeds are dispersed by wind upon the earth, our students will one day travel out into the world and spread the seeds of their knowledge and character through empathy and compassion. This is where they learn to become gardeners, and the world outside of Crampons will be where they reap their harvest.
Good evening. The UN Commission states that sustainable development should meet the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Just as Christina Ruvo learned a water barrel in the garden would recycle rainwater, so less water from the tap would have to be used. Our children are learning that our actions have positive consequences. As Christina demonstrated with the Peace Pole project, grit, commitment produce tangible and affecting results. Learning about making a difference in the world is what Ralph Waldo Emerson spoke about when he said, "To leave the world a bit better by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition. To know that even one life has breathed easier because you have lived, that is to have succeeded." I would like to bring up now our wonderful Miss Illustre and Mrs. Armstrong to help you get in that healthy lifestyle mode.
Thank you, Mrs. Floor. So as Dr. Hatter mentioned earlier, one of our stations during the Farm Fest was that Mrs. Armstrong and I taught the students a line dance, a country line dance, and Dr. Hatter is actually a pro at it because he has done it with us for 2 years running now. And maybe we can get him up and do it with us tonight again, maybe. But we are going to bring the students that are here with us up on the stage. We're going to demonstrate it for you, and we invite any board members that brought their dancing shoes with them tonight to come and join us as well. We're going to walk you through the steps. It's not too hard. So I'm going to open up the curtain on the stage, and if you would like to join us, you can stand behind the students. All right. Thank you. All right, I'm going to open up the curtain. Now, let me go first. Let me go first.
No photography.
You're going on the stage. No, you got to be behind us the same step.
You're good.
I'll be
No.
tweeting this.
Yes.
Can't stand it. Drives my wife crazy. She loves to dance. I have zero interest.
And then a row of two here.
We'll see.
Okay. Who gets that? I love to make it work. I make them sing, I make them dance. It's all good. Okay.
All right, what would a day of farming be without a little bit of a hoedown at the end, right? So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go through the steps to refresh everybody's memory, and then we're going to put the music on and we're going to dance. And every time we do it, we're going to face you guys, then we're going to turn to this wall, to the back, to here, and then back to you guys. And we'll see what happens after that. So let's review. So we start with our right foot with the heel, and we go heel, heel, toe, toe, side, touch front, side, back, now grapevine. And now we do our
All right, so we're going to go through it really slow. Okay? So, you guys know it. We're going to slow it down with Armstrong.
The audience is going to
All right, so slow motion, we're going to take your right foot and tap your heel forward 2 times. Heel, heel. Then tap it back 2 times. Toe, toe. Then to the side 2 times. Oh, no, sorry, once. Side, 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 touch back. Hold on, out. Stop together. Too fast. Too fast. Let's go back. We're going to back it up. So it's heel, heel, toe, toe. Tap side, front, tap side, back. Okay. Next step is a grapevine to the right. In order to grapevine,
you can do step together, step, touch. That's an alternative.
So, your last thing that we just did was your right foot was tapping in the back. When you put it down, that's the first step of the next move, okay? So, we're going to step to the right, cross to the back, or just step together, then step right, together. Ooh. Then we take our lasso. Come back this way. Bring it back. Grapevine to the grapevine over here.
So when my daughter says, Daddy, what did you do at your meeting tonight? I don't know what to say.
I wanted to compliment the board and all our wonderful students, Ms. Celestri, Ms. Armstrong, for a wonderful job. Ms. Carbone, Ms. Magnani, and Board of Education trustees. We're always honored and privileged to spend time with you. We thank you for serving our community and most importantly, our children. You are the ones who provide us the platform to continually plant the seeds of change. Thank you to our staff for your innovative teaching and ongoing learning. Please stand to be recognized in the back as well as behind us. Thank you. Thank you to all of our students tonight for your love of learning and your passion for helping others. Thank you. Also very brave of you to get up there and dance for us. Thank you. Thank you to our families and our friends who have joined us this evening. Our partnership paves the path for our children forward. Crampons is truly an innovative learning community. Dr. Hatter, Ms. O'Shea, Mr. Cole, thank you for all of your leadership and support. You inspire us each day. Our Crampons family wishes all of you a healthy and happy Thanksgiving filled with family and love. Thank you for being here tonight. As we shared at our Farm Fest, Gandhi so appropriately said, if we are to create peace in the world, we must begin with our children. What an excellent place to begin to plant our seeds. Tonight, the students have seeds to gift you and to start planting their journey moving forward. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Great job, dear.
So our Crampons students,
We have it. Thank you.
I am so proud of you. And I'm not just proud of you tonight, I'm proud of you always. I've done Cotton Eye Joe now with you 3 times. 3 times now, all right?
You can see the improvement.
And you can't see the improvement yet. I'm getting there, yet. I will get it. I haven't gotten it yet. Now, for the families, thank you so much. You send to school such great children for us to work with, and that's a testament to all that you're doing at home. So thank you so much for just reinforcing all the great things and great ideals and great principles. It makes our job so much more fun and so much more doable. So we appreciate the partnership. We appreciate the wonderful children that you send to us. Thank you so much. To our faculty and staff, you're absolutely wonderful. Not once have you laughed at me with the Cotton Eye Joe, so thank you for showing empathy to me. And Dr. Roberts and Mr. Avdak, thank you so much for your leadership of Crampons. It is a special place, and you feel it when you walk in. I have the luxury of walking into not just the Yorktown schools, but into so many schools in our region, and you just feel a different sense when you come into this building, and that's a testament to the culture that you've established here. So thank you so much for the work in leading this building. At this time, are there any comments from the board?
I'm always so impressed about how the district, the administration, the board puts out their goals in the year and how the individual buildings just take it and run with it. And you guys always go over the top. And we were so impressed with everything you do for our students every single day. It is so impressive. It's so worthwhile to see what you're doing and what you're attaining. And it's not just math and arithmetic. It's lifelong skills that will build great human beings. So we really appreciate and we really thank you. Anybody else? Thank you all.
So at this time, we'll take a brief
We
recess.
can.
We'll take a brief recess. I know there's no school tomorrow, but you still need to get home and all the routines that you have. So we'll just take a very brief recess to allow you to exit or stay if you choose. We have a great meeting ahead of us. So we'll just take a few minutes.
Okay. I don't know how we top that.
You're not going to do that in my report. You're not going to top the children in my report.
All right, well, we'll go to public comment. Anybody wishing to speak? All right, well, then you're up, Dr. Hatter. You better top it.
I don't think that when you put students in front of us, it's hard to top. So on October 27th, Mr. DePasquale and I presented eSTEAM at the New York State School Boards Association Annual Convention down in Manhattan. This year it was held locally, which was wonderful. Thank you to all my colleagues from district office and from the schools who joined us. Ms. Carbone, thank you for joining us that day. It was a wonderful opportunity to share the great work happening in Yorktown with, on a broader stage with districts from across the state. We also had Mrs. Horowitz. If you recall, last year we did the water filtration demonstration, and Ms. Horowitz once again was the volunteer to drink the purified water, and she bravely took a pretty large gulp this time of the purified water. And she's still here. She didn't take a sick day the following Monday. She was here on time. Winter sports begin today. Varsity and JV winter sports, I believe, varsity begins today. Freshman and JV sports begin next week. The community initiative is something that I'm very proud of, and we'll be unveiling that come January. We have a series of evening events that will focus on different aspects of overall well lifestyles. So our first will feature a live healthy cooking demonstration with a chef that you will be familiar with. You will know the name when we make the announcement. We'll have some wonderful presentations. We're partnering with Ask for some wonderful offerings, and a list of dates and schedules and events will be coming out from my office shortly. If you can attend, I encourage you to do so. It's about 4 or 5 presentations during the course of this year. It will be absolutely wonderful. And then finally, outside of all the other wonderful things happening in our buildings, and I'm just so privileged in my role and Ms. O'Shea and hers to be able to visit with all of the schools and see the great work happening. It's exciting, it's wonderful, it's uplifting, it's inspiring to see that our students, as we saw in this presentation, are doing their projects in Scratch. It's just a wonderful, wonderful testament to the work that Mrs. O'Shea has done, that the teachers have done in really bringing this eSTEAM vision to life and integrating computer science and coding and programming. One of the things that I'm most inspired by is how naturally this is coming to the children. This is just a part of what they do, and they have not missed a beat, and they've taken this and they've run with this. So thank you to Mrs. O'Shea, the building principals, the teachers for all of their leadership in this endeavor. Finally, we, as the board is aware, we've convened an education planning committee within the district, and we have several administrators and central office colleagues sitting on that committee, and we're just studying certainly the implications of the potential developments in town with regard to enrollment and our schools. We're studying the educational configuration of our district, which I shared at the last meeting, but I certainly want to keep that front and center in our conversation. I'm sure the community recalls at our June 18th Board of Education meeting, Dr. Seversky presented his preliminary findings of the enrollment study he conducted here in the district, and we determined that there will be an influx of students into the district at some point. So we are monitoring that. We're aware of it. Please know that this has our attention. The committee has been meeting. At this point, we've been visiting the different schools within the district so that we as a district can understand all the space that's available to us, and we'll keep the board posted, but we're very early in the process. So we will certainly keep the board posted as we continue our study of educational configurations. And that concludes my report.
Terrific. Because you glossed over it, when you presented eSTEAM at the conference, you did a phenomenal job. You really did. And you had a room full of people, which means that it's something that a lot of people are thinking about. And it was very clear. You spoke then about integrating it. eSTEAM wasn't a standalone. It was integrated. And it was very obvious to see today how they've integrated everything. You said they're doing their projects in Scratch. They're not learning Scratch as a coding program. They're learning it as part of a skill, as part of their projects. And I just think it's so important to understand that it's really happening. What you envision and what you state is really happening, and we're living it. And I'm so proud of it. And you did a great job, did he not, Lisa, when he presented it? And Mr. Di Pasquale was great. It was nice. And Marie was a trooper, yes. So it's very nice. So thank you for sharing it with the entire state. So we appreciate that. All right. So we're up to personnel. Okay. Upon recommendation of the superintendent, a motion that the following be approved. We have part-time appointment and temporary appointments. We have additions to our substitute list. We have other compensation. We have extra duty. We have coaches and co-curriculars. We have fall and winter sports on here. We have underclassified personnel. We have civil service appointments, a correction to the substitute list, a volunteer appointment, and we have a cleaner resignation.
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're up to policies. A motion to approve the second reading and adoption of the following policies and regulations. 4311.1, display of flag. 4311.1R, its regulation. 4327 homebound instruction.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We have a deletion. Be it resolved that the following regulation shall be deleted from the policy manual because it is included within another policy. That's 4162R, which is our student dismissal precaution regulation.
So moved.
All those in favor? Opposed? And we have first reads. The board will conduct a first reading on the following policies. We have 5025, student sexual harassment and grievance, 5100, comprehensive attendance, 5110, student attendance areas, 5162, student dismissal precaution, 5460, child abuse, maltreatment, or neglect in a domestic setting, its regulation, 54, and its exhibits, there's several exhibits and forms, and then 9260, emergency conditionally appointed employees. And so, anybody have any questions on them? I didn't think we got through so many. Go ahead.
Not all of them had the markup so that we could see the changes. Is that because there were no changes, or
No, they
was it
should have
just
all
the
been there.
formatting?
Which one didn't you see?
What's that?
In executive content.
That's what I was looking at.
What didn't you see? Which one
The
didn't?
first one.
No, it's not there.
Is it-
I think, no, you know what it is? Yeah, because that, we
So there
approved,
wasn't a lot of changes to.
on some of them, no, this was, we approved it earlier, but there's new regulations coming out constantly on some of these. We can't
Okay.
keep up with them.
All right, just wondering,
Yeah.
because when I went through them, I didn't see some comments all the time, on all of them.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
trying, it's hard.
Fine.
Okay.
If there aren't any, there aren't any. That's totally okay.
All right, in business office, we have some budget transfers. A motion to approve the following budget transfers.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? We have a resolution, whereas the Yorktown Police Department has notified the district that they no longer need or want the mobile field construction trailer, the board hereby rescinds the resolution approved by the board on February 12, 2018, authorizing its sale of the trailer to the Yorktown Police Department.
So moved.
All those in favor? Opposed? Surplus. Motion to approve the contract with Hudson, surplus, sorry, went the wrong way. A motion to declare the following items surplus with some value as equipment has reached its end of its useful life expectancy, is damaged or has been upgraded and is excess but retains a monetary value and will be auctioned at via Absolute Auctions and Realty, Inc.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Now, a motion to approve the contract with Hudson Valley Charter Service in the amount of $5,100 for transportation of the grades 8 students to Playland on June 13th, 2019.
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolved upon recommendation of the superintendent, the Board of Education approves the agreement with Villa Barone Hilltop Manor for the Yorktown High School winter formal for 2018. Is it 18 formal or 19 formal? 18. It is, it's December, okay.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A motion to accept the proposal from the Guardian Life Insurance Company of America as a provider of life insurance for district employees.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Special ed. We have a motion to arrange the following placements as of November 5th, 2018.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We have PIPs. A motion to approve the following professional improvement programs for nurses.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We have some contracts. A motion to approve the following contracts from the 17-18 school year. The Devereaux Foundation Red Hook contract for an out-of-district placement for a 2017-18 school year. We have a motion to approve the following contracts for the 18-19 school year. The Ardsley School District, the Devereaux Foundation Red Hook, Lakeland School District, and North Salem.
So moved.
Hang on. No, it's a first read. It's okay. Oh, we're up to board comments. Oh, we did all those in favor?
Aye.
Sorry.
Aye.
I got confused.
all right.
Board comments. Pete? Mike?
None at this time.
Rashmi?
Thank you.
Cheryl? I echo it, and thank you for getting up there and dancing, too. Ron, Lisa, anything? Okay, we're up to public comment. Anybody wishing to speak? No? And I have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed. Good night, everyone. Thank you.